today we are going to start APC or antigen presenting cell, which is a very important topic. Okay, we will understand what are the important APC cells, what are the professional APC cells, okay, why are we calling them antigen presenting cells, okay, then their pathway, their function, okay, what is the ultimate mechanism that they are performing in our body. So everything will be discussed in today's session. So I hope you will enjoy this session, and do hit the like button if you like my session. So guys, what do you understand by APC cells? Okay, what do you understand by antigen presenting cell? Now see, there are cells, okay, like popularly you know macrophages cell or the dendritic cells, okay. These cells, okay, they signal the other cells, okay. See, once the pathogen is in trap, okay, the macrophage, they will engulf it, okay, and again they will try to destroy it. But in the meantime, they will send signals, okay, they will send signal to the other neighboring cells, okay, like to the other macrophages or to the other T cell, B cells, okay, whichever cells are the professional APC cells, they will send signal to them, okay, with the help of MHC2, okay, that is major histocompatibility 2, to come to the exact site of infection or the site of phagocytosis, and to help them, okay, to complete their mission, okay, to complete their mission of what? To complete their mission of phagocytosis, okay, and killing of that particular pathogenic thing, okay. Now see, according to the definition what is given, see, for induction of immune responses, what is happening? Recognition of antigens by T cells is essential. This is a true point, okay, because for induction of immune responses, the T cells need to be informed, okay. Now the T cells are unable to independently recognize antigens, and hence they require antigen presentation. The T cells by themselves, they cannot recognize your pathogenic antigens, okay. The antigens are the parts of your pathogen. Now see, but they do so after the antigen is processed into smaller antigenic peptides. So the antigenic peptides are the particles of the antigen, okay, which contain some specific epitopes, okay. Epitopes is the part of an antigen molecule to which the antibody attaches itself, okay. There is epitope, okay, that is a part of your antigen molecule, okay, in which what happens, the antibody, okay, that is produced by the B cell, it is coming and it is attaching to it. Now see, which are subsequently combined with the MHC molecule of class 1 or of class 2, okay. Now see, and they are presented onto the host surface, okay. Now on the host surface they are presented in such a manner. Now see, the antigen presentation refers to the presentation of the antigenic peptide to both helper T cells and the cytotoxic T cells, okay. There are two cells, okay, out here that is coming into function. That is first your helper T cell, and next is your cytotoxic or the killer T cells, okay, by complexing with MHC second and MHC first. Now see guys, what is happening, okay, we will understand the diagram which is given out here. First is the internalized antigen digested by the cell, okay. The antigen, it is digested by the cell, clear. Next, altered self cell presents your antigen, okay. The altered self cell, they present the antigen. Next is that the T cell receptor recognizes antigen bound to MHC molecule. Now the T cells, okay, they can recognize what? They can recognize the antigen bound to the MHC molecule. So MHC molecule is used as an indicator in this case, okay. Now next point is that it is bounded to the antigen MHC activate, okay, bound antigen MHC, it activates the T cell. So whenever T cell is recognizing that there is MHC, okay, which is attached to the antigen, so it goes and binds to itself, and this way the T cell gets activated, okay, in simple language if I say. Next is that the T helper cell, okay, the helper T cells, they secrete cytokines, okay, which causes your what? It causes your inflammation, okay, that activates B cell further, and the B cells and cytotoxic T cells also, and the other cells. So this is the way of signaling that they do. Okay, now see next what is happening. The activated CTLs, okay, they recognize and they kill the altered cells. Okay, now the cells, okay, if there's no room for any like if a cell is infected by the particular pathogen, okay, or a particular antigen, if there's no room for cure of that cell, then ultimately that cell needs to get destroyed. Okay, so such signals are produced by the macrophages. Okay, now what is happening? Ultimately the altered cells, okay, the altered ones, what they are happening, they are also getting what? They are getting killed. Okay, the cytotoxic T cells, okay, they are helping in killing such cells. Now see next what is happening. The B cells, they interact with antigen and they differentiate into antibody and secrete plasma cells. Okay, the plasma cells are secreted. Now what is happening? Ultimately the antibody, they bind to the antigen and facilitates its clearance from the body. Okay, that is why we are calling this this, like, there's a presentation. Okay, there's an endocyclic pathway at first. Okay, then so this cell mediated response and the humoral response, okay, they are working in coordinates. Okay? Then ultimately what is happening, the antigen presenting cells like the B cells, okay, like this T cells, okay, these are macrophages. Okay, these cells are your presenting antigen. Ultimately they are presenting antigen to the T cell. Okay, this is the work. Okay, they are ultimately signaling it to the further cells, okay, who will come actively and they will work against, okay, to what? To make the antibody bind to the antigen, and ultimately it will lead to the clearance. Okay, it will lead to the clearance of the antigen from the cell or from the body. So guys, what do you understand? Now see guys, we will understand about the dendritic cells at first. Okay, then I will discuss about their this table also. First thing is that the dendritic cell, they are your professional APC, or you can say they are the major APCs. Okay, now see, the most efficient APC is your dendritic cell. Okay, upon recognition of an infectious particle, okay, what is happening? It is going on that very place. It is then ingesting and processing the antigen. Okay, that is processing the antigen. Processing means it is going to present the antigen now, and it displays on its surface, on its cell surface, and it bounds to either MHC first or MHC second, whichever MHC is present. Okay, so that they can present the antigen to whom? To helper T cells or to the cytotoxic T cells. Okay, next the dendritic cell will then migrate to the nearest लिम्फ नोड, क्योंकि लिम्फ नोड में क्या होता है, लिम्फ नोड में जो है हमारे टी सेल्स होते हैं. ओके, नाउ इट विल गो देयर एंड विल एक्टिवेट द नेटिव टी सेल्स. ओके, विच विल देन लीव द लिम्फ नोड्स. वो टी सेल्स को जाके सिग्नल कर रहे हैं. देन टी सेल क्या कर रहे हैं, जो लिम्फ नोड में टी सेल है वो वहाँ से बाहर आते हैं. आके क्या कहाँ पे आते हैं, जहाँ पे साइट ऑफ इन्फेक्शन. ठीक है, दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ योर डेंड्राइटिक सेल्स. नाउ सी द प्रोफेशनल एंड नॉन प्रोफेशनल APCs. Under professional APCs comes your dendritic cells, macrophages and B cells. All of them work to signal whom, or to activate whom? To activate the T cells. Okay. Next are your non-professional APCs. Non-professional APCs में आपका आता है फाइब्रोब्लास्ट, कि जो स्किन में होते हैं. ठीक है. Then thymic epithelial cells. Next comes your pancreatic beta cells, जो pancreas में होते हैं हमारे. Next is your vascular endothelial cells. Then comes your glial cells, जो हमारे ब्रेन में होते हैं. Then comes your thyroid cells. Okay, thyroid epithelial cells, जो हमारे thyroid region में होते हैं. So this is all about this slide. I hope the slide is also clear to you. Guys, let us understand about the macrophages. Okay, see, the macrophages, okay, they are the part of the innate response that you already know. Now see, they possess your various TLRs, okay, that is toll-like receptors, okay, that I have already told you in the last class. That recognizes what? That recognizes the patterns, okay, it recognizes your pathogen associated molecular patterns on foreign organisms, okay, which when activated causes what? Processing and presentation of antigen via MHC1, that is major histocompatibility complex 1, also as well as your cytokine secretion. Now what is happening? Okay, the macrophages, their work is also to signal the T helper cells, okay. They will also go and they will just, it will like they will just call up, okay, like you call somebody, okay, when there is a when there are intense case, okay, when, okay, suppose, if there is any terrorist attack at some place, okay, now what happens? The local police, they will go and they will report to the government, and they will call more and more security forces into that region, okay, to do what? To destroy or to kill out the terrorist that is out there. So the same case is happening inside our body also. The same mechanism, okay, it is occurring. Now see what is happening. The MHC, this MHC thing, it is like a signal, okay. It will provide. It is nothing but it is a signal that it will provide, that the macrophages will be providing, so that the T helper cell, okay, it comes and binds, okay, and further it activates the macrophage, okay, to become more and more phagocytic. It will just give the instruction, okay, to fight, okay, against what? Against the pathogen, okay, to destroy the pathogen. The main work of NK cells or macrophages, okay, these are the very large cells, okay, their work is to come and destroy. But what they are doing along with destroying, they are signaling the other cells in the meantime. Now next you see the B lymphocytes, okay. The B lymphocytes are the least efficient one, okay, they are the least efficient one. So what do? Each recognizes a specific antigen via its immunoglobulin based surface receptor. So they also have a Ig based surface receptor. Now next what is happening? They are once ingested, okay, they are also ingesting it. Now next what is happening? The antigen is presented via MHC second to the T helper cell, okay. They are the least efficient one, they are not the hyperactive one, they are not like the macrophages or your dendritic cells, okay, which are very much efficient one. They are the least one and they come at the last time, okay. Now the T helper cell then activates, okay, the T helper cell's work is to activate the B cells, okay, which will further differentiate into the plasma cells as you can see in the diagram, and also it will secrete what? Your antibodies, so that antibody can further go and cause the antigen antibody reaction. So that's all for this slide too. So guys, now we will discuss about the pathways, okay. We will discuss about the antigen processing pathways. So what is happening now? See, for introduction of the immune response, okay, both the CMI and the AMI, okay, both the pathways and both the responses are working. Now see, the antigen must be presented to the T helper cell. This point is clear in your mind. Now next, in addition, for CMI induction, antigen presentation to the cytotoxic T cell is also very essential part. Now see, the two well-defined pathways are used for the immune system for this response. So there are two pathways, okay. They differ from each other in their mechanism, okay. We will understand the mechanism of these two pathways, and next we will understand the target antigen, okay, how they are working. Now see, the first one is your cytosolic pathway, okay. What is happening here? The endogenous or the intracellular antigen, okay, whichever antigen is there in the intracellular thing, okay, such as the viral antigen that has infected the cell, and also it could be the tumor antigens, okay, the tumor causing antigen or the cancerous antigens are processed and they are presented, okay, they are processed and they are presented where? Along the MSC class 1, okay, and their class 1 molecules to whom? to the CD8 T cells. Okay, the CD8 type of T cell, they are working with the MHC class 1 molecule. Okay, next is your what? Next is your endocytic pathway. Now in endocytic pathway, in this pathway, what is happening? The exogenous antigen, or what? The extracellular, those antigens which are not inside the cell, which are outside of the cell. Okay, such microbes and their products. Okay, such microbes and their products, for example toxins, it could be. Okay, they are processed and it is complex with your MHC class 2. Okay, it is complex with MHC class 2, and then what is happening? It is also presented to the T helper cells. Okay, now the cells, okay, involved in the endocytic pathway includes the APC, such as your macrophages, dendritic cells, and the B cells. So from this thing you can have the clear thing in your mind. Okay, like we will understand in this table also that what is happening. The endocytic pathway is basically the pathway which is which includes your macrophages, dendritic cells, and the B cells. Okay, but in case of the when the MHC class 1 is working, okay, when the class 1 molecule is going and attaching to the CD8 T cell, that time what is happening? That time the cytosolic pathway is occurring. Okay. Next, you see the differences between these two pathways. Okay, these two antigen presentation. What is happening? The antigen processed property में, this is first one is your endogenous, next one is your exogenous. Okay, now the antigen is complexed with, in first case it is complex with the MHC1 molecule, in the second case MHC2 molecule. Clear? Now in the first case, in the cytosolic pathway, what is happening? The antigen is presented to the cytotoxic T cells. Okay, but in case of the endocytic pathway, it is presented to the T helper cells. So that is the this differentiation chart is, it is very good to recall. Okay, just by looking at this chart, you don't even have to read what is written in the content. Okay, it is very easy to recall, like the two pathways. It is a very nice summarization which is given out here. So I hope this slide is clear to you too. Guys, I hope this entire video on APC was helpful for you, and now at the end of this session you are able to understand the pathways of APC, like what are the APC cells and what are their work exactly, how do they work, and also the notes which were given in the slides, okay, would be very relevant for your exams too. So if you like this video, then please to hit the like button. If you have any question or any queries regarding anything that I have taught today, then you can always comment in the comment section below. Okay, next, if you find this video helpful, then do share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel, and always hit the bell icon to never miss my update. So until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Okay, do study well. Bye bye, good night.